Hello, everybody. It's Yazzie here, and I have your longer reading for this evening. Um, but first, as always, let's do what we normally do. I'll try to make it a little bit shorter this time, but I ask and invite in the titans, the gods and goddesses, archangels, guardian angels, deities, entities, spirits, spiritual teams, spiritual guides, ancestors, ascended masters, our higher self, our inner toddler, our inner child, our inner teenager, our masculine, our feminine, our shadow self, and the universe to be present. And I ask that you all would please purify and cleanse the space, the tools in which I use these cards and myself, and banish everything and anything and everything that is not meant for us, including negativity, negative energies, negative entities, evil eyes of all kinds, and negative monitoring spirits, for they are not welcome nor are they invited. Please and thank you. Okay. So we have the new moon in Capricorn this evening happening, and nicknamed the Black New Moon. And it seemed fitting, and I was called to use the Shadow Work Tarot by Ethereal Tarot today. But I felt called to share this with you all. I was out and about today, and there was this guy. He was just sitting at the bus stop, apparently. And he had like 121 and 123, as I say this, he had like this really big speaker, and it probably could gone really, those really big Bluetooth ones, and it probably could have gone up to my knee. But he was playing, some oldies music, and he had a microphone hooked up to the speaker. And he would just, at certain points sing to the music, not all the time, 144 as I say that. But I think what's important about this is that regardless of what was going on, and I have no idea what was going on in this man's life, but regardless, he was just in the moment. He was just in this, shall we say, I guess just in the present is what I keep kind of getting from it. Like, he wasn't really too worried about anything else. He wasn't stressing. He didn't seem like, he was really in a hurry to get anywhere, as far as a destination. But, we tend to get into this feeling of always having to be somewhere, always having to rush, always having to move on to the next thing, where we kind of get to a point of not slowing down and listening to not only ourselves, but to the universe and what the universe may have for us as far as a message goes, or talking with us, or just even being in silence for a little bit helps. And we're always so worried about, well, I don't have time for this, I don't have time for that, when really, in a lot of ways, we do. It's just a matter of finding that time, 311, and it's a matter of, like everything in life, it's a matter of perspective. And I know, life has been really difficult. It's been a really difficult year, and I will wholeheartedly say it. Even in my own life, it's been a bit difficult, and we still have things going on in the world. We still have wars, of course, 333, as I say this. And yet, there are people out there, even with how their life is going, with, disabilities of all kinds, with 345, with, things that might have happened. Perhaps they were born within this world, or it happened to them in life. Somehow, they're able to find, like the man at the bus stop, they're able to find that silver lining in life. They're able to see the beauty of the world, regardless of what, I don't want to say, because not everything that is darkness is evil. And I think a lot of the time we get confused on that. Darkness doesn't always necessarily mean evil. There's a difference between the two. But there's some way where people can still seem to find, they still see 432. They're still able to, there's the sunrise, still able to see the moon as beautiful as it is in the sky. Even on a cloudy day or a cloudy night, there's still, beauty and the silver lining to it. And there's a lot of places where you can still see that in life, regardless of what is happening around you. And when you have those moments, try to actually embrace those moments, like enjoy them, feel them, and bask in them for all that they are. Because while there are many moments that are like that, there may be, a handful of them, or maybe even one where it's that specific moment. And you may have some sort of experience or situation where it's similar to that beauty and the beautifulness of that moment, but it may not necessarily be the same as that specific moment in that point in time. So we just always have to see, or at least attempt to see the silver lining in at least 543, as I looked up, by the way, and be able to know that not everything's bad all the time. Even when bad things, or when what we consider 555, what we consider to be bad, even when those situations come up and happen, kind of have to slow down and think about, is it really that bad? 606, is it really that much of a problem? And kind of flip the narrative, flip the perspective on, oh, well, this is kind of nice. It's not so bad. It really isn't as, terrible as I'm making it out to be. And even with as I stated before, and even though I know there are things going on in the world and wars and such like that, even with them and everything that is happening, there are still people who still hold on to the hope that things will be peaceful again soon. And I know that they do. And even I feel it. And even I hope for them that there will be peace again soon. So just keep that in mind as far as changing your perspective and changing the narrative of a situation or a multitude of situations, and see where, if there was a lesson in it, see where the lesson was and acknowledge it for what it is, 707, or even just seeing that silver lining. But let's see what we have in the cards, and let's see what else the universe has for us today. What's going on with the energy? We got a new moon. What's going on with the energy? What do we need to know today, aside from the message earlier? What do we have in the cards today? Hopefulness will keep you going, which is what I said earlier, but that's what I heard. Hope does a lot of things, but belief, trust, and faith will take you even farther, because hope can sometimes come from a lack area. For many people, having that hope is everything, and there's nothing wrong with that, and I'm not trying to take away from that. It's just kind of what I'm channeling through from spirit. Sometimes hope can come from a place of not having that same amount of faith and trust and belief. So sometimes it comes from a very pure and good place. Sometimes it comes from a place of lack. It depends on what your hope, where the hope is coming from, and how you're hoping and what you're hoping for. So just know that. But what do we need to know? What's in the cards for us today? Oh, here we go. We have the Eight of Swords. Okay. Why is the Eight of Swords here? I keep hearing mentality and trapped, but why? In regards to what? Oh, we have another one. Two of Pentacles came out as well. Okay. Can I get one more? Before I show the cards, please. Can I get one more on this situation? Can I get one more, please? Sometimes my hand decides it doesn't want to work. It cramps up a little bit. There we go. Can I get one more? Bottom? Oh. We have the Devil, of course. And then we have the Hermit at the bottom of the deck. Okay. I think I have an idea where this is going, but go ahead. I have a pretty good idea of where this is going. So The mentality in trapped has to do with the fact that you feel as though you're not able to actually be in balance, or you feel as though you may have too much on your plate to be able to juggle what is already going on in your life, which is too many things are distracting you is what I heard as well. So you might be getting, it's like this thing of, some people it may be addictions, and addictions can range from all kinds of different stuff. It doesn't necessarily have to be substance, it can be anything. But the point is that you feel that you're trapped. You feel as though you're stuck, and unfortunately you may be allowing certain things to kind of feed into that. 1044, you may not be, that's why the Hermit card is here. You may not be separating yourself from this, which is what you need to be doing, and perhaps maybe put yourself in a little bit more solitude. Not so much like being in such a way where you're completely closed off from the rest of the world, but in such a way where you can actually have some time to yourself and be able to kind of process what's going on and be able to work through it. Be able to not just be able to listen to yourself internally and your 1123 and your higher self, but the universe as well, and work through whatever it is that is keeping you in this bound up, this place where you feel as though you're bound to it or you're stuck within it. Okay. What else do we need to know? Is there anything else? Okay. What else do we need to know about in general, or just this specific situation? What else do we need to know? Middle. Oh, hold on. Middle, bottom. Knight of Pentacles. Okay. What about this Knight of Pentacles? What do we need to know about it? Change has been slow moving until now. Okay, why? Why is that? Change of pace. Okay. But, ooh. Oh, we got two cards that flipped. And we have the 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. But what flipped over was the High Priestess and Strength. Why are these here? You understand now. So there's something that took a long time. Perhaps there's more ground underneath you now. You're in a state where this is with a person. So it could be someone important to you or was important to you. 1311 seemed to stick out to me right now. But there's a situation with another person, and this could be anybody in your life, where you have a better understanding and you're more grounded as far as how things happened and why they happened. 1331, as I say that, you see the bigger picture. You're with your higher self. You see the bigger picture now. You understand. And while it may have had its ups and downs, and it may have had its struggles, its trials, its tribulations, and it may have even had its pains, and perhaps even heartbreak if this is with someone that you had a serious relationship or partnership with, you still stuck out. You still stuck it out. You were still able to hold on to your strength within you. You didn't lose yourself to it. You held on to your loving and compassionate ends, is what I heard. And I noticed even with this boat, like you can tell, well, maybe not in the camera right here, but these waters are not the calmest waters. They're pretty turbulent. And yet somehow this boat is perfectly fine and still standing and still sailing along with the strength that it has. And I think I even see with it that there are some things in the water, kind of sea creatures is kind of what it looks like, but 1441. But even so, you understand now, and you understand the lesson behind it. And you know that at this point, it's time to let it go. You found peace with it. You understand now. And that is what has brought this Ten of Cups energy. It's brought in that happiness finally. It's brought in that peace where within it, with, of course, the Strength card and how it looks, it might have felt seriously turbulent with how the waters look and how everything looks within the picture. But now that you've come to this point of understanding and you've finally been able to release it in whatever capacity, and perhaps have even said your goodbyes, even, you now have this place of emotional happiness and stability within yourself. And you understand that, you know what? I still made it through. I did the best that I could. I did what I thought was best for the situation, for myself, and for the other person. And now it is time for me to go 1551 and seek out my own happiness, even if it is in a sense where I have to be alone for a little bit, which is why the Hermit is here as well. Perhaps you may have to take some time to re-meet yourself in a way, like kind of rediscover certain parts of yourself that perhaps you had forgotten about, and evaluate what parts of you, okay, where, okay, I still like these things, I still am interested, versus, looking over what you may have outgrown. And that's perfectly fine. That's okay. Not everything is meant to come with you. And especially, with people, and even just in moving homes, moving jobs, not everything is meant to stay forever. It just isn't. That's just how it works. If everything stayed the same, we would never be able to experience life fully. I like that. That makes sense. Okay. Is there anything else for this reading? Anything at all? Nope. That is the end for this reading. This was a little bit of a short one, but that's perfectly fine. But I hope that this reading brought you a lot more clarity. I hope that it helped. And I do want to, again, thank you all for your support. Thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I hope to see you all again soon. For the next reading, drink water. Someone's not drinking water. My throat has been seriously dry today, and I've been drinking this. This cup has at least 3 cups of water in it. Like, I'm serious. Someone's not drinking water somewhere. Drink water. Anyway, have a good night. Be safe out there. Have a happy new moon. Release. Do what you need to do. But have a good evening, day, afternoon, wherever you are, and I'll see y'all again soon. Bye.